Hi everyone, I want to talk to you about what I'm up to now, and I wanted to chat to you about some ideas. I haven't done much running with this lately because I've been a bit busy, but some things have happened. I went to a model railway show and I picked up only a couple of bits with the little kit that you get from Westall Wagon Works. Obviously, you don't need any instructions for this. It's kind of quite an obvious assembly process. Well, I say obvious, there'll probably be something I do wrong on various things that I get in, because, you know, I am human. But the print quality is nice. I'm happy with that. The beauty of the fact that like the bricks are 3D printed and the print finish is from the bottom up with the FDM type printer. So you've got a nice finish there, but we're not going to see that. Actually gives a nice texture to the stone, which I quite like that. That's arguably, you know, what we're kind of after, I'd say. So yeah, I'm just going to glue this together and then we'll pop it on the layout and see how it looks. But yeah, what have you guys been modelling lately? Here's a knife. I've got this nice handle by Excel. I got it when I was in the States and I'm so glad I picked it up because I know it's just a lovely little handle. Something about a kind of a plasticky or poly type material. I'm not sure what this is, but it is nice to work with. I've been in two minds about the layout lately, because I've been building the extension on the side of the house. Well, I didn't build it, but you know, builders have been building as they do. And I just thought, well, what if I put all my layouts in there? You know, put 00 TT, and yeah, I don't know, you could even have one big loop go around, like take everything out of the loft. That would kind of be cool. But yeah, something to think about. I had lots of different reasons for having the extension before, and things have changed here and there. So it's like, right. So yeah, that's something that I'm gonna think about. So with this layout, it's like, how far do I want to go with it that makes it permanent? The main reason I'm wondering that also is because what I'm doing now, maybe I change the project that we have a separate loop and we have a, you know, mainly like a straight section of board that can then bolt onto something once it's in there. Yeah, so anyway, let me know your thoughts on kind of ideal ways of putting your railways in your house. I know we're all limited on space, but I feel space is opening up, so maybe, you know, let's go have some fun. Just going to drop some glue on here, just like a medium super glue. Put some little dots on. It's not like it needs absolutely loads of strength. I think I'm doing this right. Put this on here. I'll have a tiny bit of drying time. Try and make it equal each end. Oh. Yeah. Sometimes when you glue to some materials, like, it sticks instantly. I think, yeah, it's sticking more to my fingers than that. So what I do, put both fingers on, and I've got some activator. Just make sure she's on equal, left and right. So yeah, I think you saw more fingers than actual parts there. Okay, so maybe we put a little bit extra on just on the back, bit of TT, just so they know. This will kind of glue quite quickly because it's got activator all over. Just don't want it falling off later. So I'm going to drop a little bit into the crevices that we've got down here. I like a nice tip on the super glue that has an angle. I don't have lots of them. I normally pick them up when I'm in America. I'm sure you can get them over here. Just wipe off the excess. Okay. Anyway, these bits, I want to stick them on because they also act as like a thing to keep it supported upright, don't they? So we want to have it like this. So what I probably want to do is spray this one with the hope that I do this correctly. And then we're going to run some glue down here. got a bead. And then I'm going to hope that I do this nicely. So I'm going to pop that here. Uh-oh. So that will sit there. Obviously, you can barely see what I'm doing. I do apologise, you know. I set up a little phone on a little, like this little plastic rig that allows me to film whilst I'm behind the camera. I can also see what I'm doing. What I'm doing this time, and I'm going to spray this one. Should be good. Anyway, we're running on this more flat surface here to stick to. I'll just miss the bottom a bit, just so it doesn't splodge over and stick it to the right. So if we do a slightly better job, and if we don't, we'll be fine. So that is a tunnel entrance. So hooray! I built the other one, and I've got some other things I want to obviously build up as well. What I've realised is that I got the side kit of this. So I don't actually have this. I have the building that can be an extension of this, which is a shame. So I need to go and get the one which has all the brick on the side, because mine has only got this shape here. I got it all out and I'm like, hang on a second, I've made a mistake. Yeah, so I've only got that instead of that. So fine, my bad. I will order the other one. But yeah, we are where we are on that one. Yeah, so that will hang fire. We make these mistakes, don't we? You know, what mistakes have you made for this hobby? Ordering something that you think, oh, this will be good. But the other things I've got these little buildings, a little small concrete line side huts. So they're 3D printed from resin. I will plonk them around the right way, and we could talk a bit more about that now. I picked up this 3D print from Tom at Buggles Kelly. I just wondered what buildings he has, and he only had some that had failed the print. And so yeah, I picked up we haggled. I got it for a £5 in the end. Hope you don't mind me saying that, Tom. And I thought, well, that can actually blend into some scenery somewhere, you know, that's a little shop front, like another other shops going down the road. And I don't know, I've got these ideas where the railway is at the end of the road, maybe a little roundabout here, so then you can continue on another direction, and then, you know, car park here. I don't know, something like that. That's what goes to my mind. I also picked up my first figure, because there's not many figures for this, and this is Ernie from, I can't remember the other one. I want to say Bert and Ernie, but it's not Bert and Ernie. Is it the Morgan Wise? I don't know. You tell me. But anyway, so I got a Ernie, and also I'll be able to have on the layout. So that's great. I've also got some other kits and bits, so I'm going to go through that with you now. So placing them down here, I think you can see what I want to do. I want to have a tunnel there. I'd like to break up the scene, and you can do that in lots of different ways. Of course, we have tunnels, and out comes the loco that be pulling freight, goods, whatever it is, passengers, and then over there is where it goes in. I'm thinking for more over this area, we can have trees to then block the eye, so it goes through maybe a foresty bit. I always like how the forests look, though my cats will probably go and try and sleep on it, so the trees may not survive. And then we got the nice straight section that you would have the loco running on. Of course, I'm talking about, well, what if we change all this? Let's flick it to the wider view. What if this was a layout in itself, like half of this, that was the layout, and then I have a bit that runs off and it loops around, but I'm not at that stage. So what I want to keep doing is keep working on the ideas of the layout, get the buildings kind of figured out, paint them up, and just keep going to the point that if I do end up having a section, but you know, where we slice through this and we make it half the size, or maybe twice as long if we do move into the extension, but that's not going to be anytime soon. So I think I will just continue with this, and we'll just keep enjoying it, really. So the other bits I got, these telegraph poles. 3D printed, like an FDM style thing. And yeah, I'll be able to pop these in, but not yet. So I need to get loads of other things down first. But yeah, but with the line side huts, obviously we can have one here. I guess you put them wherever you like, really. Don't know if there's any rules for this. But yeah, so that is kind of like where they're plonked. So I've been looking on scale scenes, and you can print off paper kits. And so I've actually got a couple of bits to play with and to work on. So that's something that I'm looking forward to having time for. I'm actually a little bit busy at the time of recording this, but when I get back I'll be able to put a bit of time in. So yeah, what do you think? What are you thinking of, like, the forest there? I like the idea of a road coming in here with lots of shops going along there, car park. We've got our goods, our shunting, tunnel. I feel like we've got the hallmarks of a classic layout coming up. Yeah, let me know what you think. I wish there was more TT120 models in regards to having people. But we'll see. I know Model U sell things, but as much as they're wonderful and they look great, it's quite pricey if I want to have loads of things in the layout. So I'm going to have a little look online and see what I can find, and I can share with you all next time I make a little video. But yeah, I'm hoping to do a bit more painting, but I'm kind of excited that, actually just by putting that there, it feels like this is kind of knitting together really nicely. So I have no complaints whatsoever. And yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think, and I'll speak to you next time.